Every entrepreneur should listen this quote. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you will do things differently. And I think this is one of the most amazing quote. And this quote is becoming very essential now in 2025 because it takes 20 years to build a reputation, and without having ethical AI practices, you can ruin the entire reputation in just 5 minutes. So, just to address the concern of ethical concerns of entrepreneurs, especially regarding their employees, stakeholders, and customers, we will discuss about 20 essential ethical AI practices every company needs or must have. If your company, you are an entrepreneur and your company has not, made the rules specified as of now, then today we are going to talk about essential advice for business leaders, employees, and customers to ensure ethical AI practices. And this has become very essential now. So why do we need it? Okay, AI is transforming industries, but ethical concerns must be addressed. Ethical AI ensures fairness, accountability, and transparency. If you are just using artificial intelligence, you can't be sure about fairness, accountability, and transparency. And unethical AI can lead to bias, discrimination, privacy violation, and misuse of important data. That's why I personally believe your company should have the guiding principles by now. If you have visited Rethink AI website, we don't collect anyone data. As of now, we don't collect anyone data. Okay. And in the background, we are building another platform where we will ensure your privacy, your data must be protected. Okay, so let's explore the essential ethical AI practices businesses must follow and why this is must now. Let's address this understanding ethical AI, the big challenge. What are the big challenge? Why should we have it? One, bias and discrimination. AI model can inherit bias from training data. Let's say you are taking random data from Google to train your AI model, or you are using just um, any other AI tool which has been trained on biased data, then you will have discrimination in your AI model or your result which has been generated by other AI model. Let's say you are a company in textile and you use AI model to evaluate the data, and this AI model has been trained on a biased data, then definitely your result will be biased. Then privacy risks. AI system collect and store personal data. So if this is true, then there is a risk of privacy. There is a risk of not adhering the rule of someone's privacy. AI automation threats, traditional employment. What if you keep on displacing your essential employees, your asset employees? Okay, let's say you are using artificial intelligence together to create HR reports, and in those reports, there is a bias, and by mistake, you displace or you replace your hardworking employees. AI can be weaponized for deepfakes, surveillance, and fraud. So AI misuse must be stopped by now from entrepreneurs. So if you are an entrepreneur, this is a must lecture for you. So what are the core principles of ethical AI? Okay, before jumping into 21 guiding principles, we should discuss what are the core principles of ethical AI. AI should avoid bias, and to avoid bias, AI should be fair and in non-discrimination in nature. Then AI decision must be understandable. Yes, AI decision must be understandable to have transparency and explainability. AI must protect sensitive data. Let's say your customer is feeding the card information, but the due to AI the data is not secure. Then what about the privacy and security? AI developer must be responsible for AI action. To ensure accountability, we must have AI developers in companies who are doing all these testings. AI must minimize environmental impact. You know, in one of the lectures I talked about, if you do a simple mathematical equation like adding 2022 plus 33, then it will take somewhere 3 to 5 watt hour unit. Can you imagine just doing a simple calculation, 22 plus 32, you need 3 to 5 watt hour of energy consumption. And what about this model needs even more reasoning? This is a simple equation. If you create something like a person has a mass of 70 on Earth, so and then we are sending this person on moon, and in the time when this person will reach from here to moon, it will have another it will add 20 more kilogram. So what would be the exact mass or exact weight on moon? So this question will be even more difficult for artificial intelligence, because you need different level of reasoning in this question. You are going to calculate the data here on Earth, then you are going to calculate the data from transit, and then you have to calculate the data again on moon, and you will consider the value of g of moon instead of Earth. Okay, so it will use even more data, even more electricity. Okay, so energy consumption is becoming an essential tool, and we are developing so many artificial intelligence tools and apps, and for that we need new source of energy production, and these source must be affordable and environmental sustainable. Okay, if you don't have these resource, environment friendly, affordable, renewable, it's really hard to make it sustainable. Okay, AI should enhance, not replace human roles. Okay, so it should have human-centric approach. If you apply artificial intelligence in your business, whether you are in textile, education, accounting firm company, law firm company, I highly recommend please look in couple of things. One, mm, it must be affordable. Okay, and you should have some form of ethical concerns addressed properly. Okay, in a bit we will talk about everything. Let's talk about the concern of ethical healthcare. Okay, AI is improving medical diagnostic, patient care, and drug discovery. But what about AI is not trained on diverse data set? So let's say you have used a limited data set to train the AI, or you are using AI from some source which has been trained only on limited data set. Then you can have chances of misdiagnosis, and it's really critical for the patient health. And AI powered diagnosis must be explainable and auditable if need, so that not only doctors, the medical staff, but in critical cases, family members of patient can also see the data or the decision making procedures. What about hiring and HR? You can use AI to screen job applications, but bias is a concern. What if this you are using a particular AI tool, and this tool make biased decision, and you end up replacing or removing your hardworking, talented, highly skilled employees? Then it will be really a critical challenge for the company. AI hiring tool must be audited to prevent discrimination. And if in case you are using artificial intelligence and you are not approving any candidate due to any reason, or let's say there is a candidate who deserve promotion, or appraisal, but your system is not approving it, then you should give clear explanations of for AI decisions. Okay, so that candidates can get the right feedback. What about finance? AI automate loan approvals, risk assessment, and stock trading. Okay, AI can automate. You can, with the help of AI, you can automate your loan approvals, risk assessment, and stock trading. But it must be fair. Let's talk about 2008 case. In 2008, there was a Lehman Brothers crisis, and why it happened? Because the loan was approved to people who were not able to, repay that debt. So in the end, the entire system crashed. What if you have automated loan approvals, but it makes unfair decision? Your entire banks and entire banking system can fall under pressure. AI-driven financial decision must be human audited for fairness. Sometime mm, a person's life is a student, uh, education, or a patient, critical care, all depends on loan approval. Okay, in that case, we must have fairness. What if a candidate has put in 3 years of effort and to get admission in any particular university, let's say Oxford or Harvard, and your AI system is not fair and it disapprove the education loan application? Or let's say there is another case where a patient is in a critical condition and needs immediate approval of loans or insurance payment, but your AI system is not fair and it rejects the application. That will be a critical remark on your reputation. It will be a dent that you will not be able to fulfill throughout your journey in your business. So here are my 21 guiding principles. And these principles are divided in three phases: employees, customers, and stockholders. Why these things are, critical pillar of every company: employees, stakeholders, and customers. If there is a statement we regularly use in administrative circles, uh, different pillars of democracy. If there are different pillars of democracy, and then there are definitely, there are different pillars of business as well: employees, customers, and shareholders. So first, let's talk from employees' perspective. If you are using artificial intelligence in your business, you must have these things for your employees. One, let me take my pencil. Every employee must be informed about their ethical AI rights. Okay, let's say there are employees, some employees who are working with board members here and there. They can get the information fast, but we should ensure that even the security guard who ensure the safety at the front gate, or the driver who takes our employees uh, from metro station to the office, or office to metro station or airport. Okay, these persons will also know their ethical AI rights. Norm should be shared with employees via email and in various meetings to make sure every employee get the access and exact information about their rights, or if any new rules or regulations has been changed by the management. AI-driven performance evaluation should be transparent and human supervised. Okay, you are you are using artificial intelligence. In the beginning, you should have two-way system. One, you are using artificial intelligence plus you have human being supervision at the initial stage, so that when artificial intelligence takes some decisions, your supervision, your the human beings who are doing the supervision, they can monitor it efficiency. Employees should have the right to challenge AI-driven HR decisions. Let's say AI has taken some HR decision like hiring, promotions, evaluations. Then you must give an authority to your employees. They can come and they can talk about it. Even if needed, you should keep your gate open as chief operating officer, or chief executive officer. AI should assist employees, not replace them unfairly. Reskilling program must be in place. Right now, I think there is no data about it, but on the basis of my studies so far, I think only 2 to 5% employees of the whole world understand artificial intelligence completely. And if 5% is even a big number, what if only 2% or 1% employee understand artificial intelligence, its operations completely? So you should focus on reskilling of employees instead of replacing them. AI monitor tools should not infringe on employee privacy or create excessive workplace surveillance. Employees have a huge burden. They have to manage different meetings, monitoring procedures, and then you have cameras everywhere. And then if there is a toxic work culture, then manager keep monitoring every particular move. In that case, you create unnecessary burden on them. And if you start their AI monitor, you start using AI monitoring tool to have further surveillance, you will reduce their performance. So companies should create an AI ethics help desk where employees can report AI related concern. And ideally, every company must have chief artificial intelligence officer and chief ethical AI officer. Every company, if you are a company, you have global presence and you are further expanding, or you have mm, outlet and in different cities, you must have these two position filled: chief artificial intelligence officer and chief ethical AI officer. Okay, employees should feel protected, informed, and empowered in an AI driven work environment. Okay, so to ensure that they become part of the journey, you should involve them directly in your AI discussions. For customer protecting privacy and ensuring AI transparency, what about our customers? Every customer data should be encrypted and stored on a secure database to make sure that uh, even our company's employee can't access that data. It must be encrypted. Okay, so even if they try to access the data with the help of artificial intelligence, they should not be able to do that. Let's say these are your employees, and they do the testing on data by using artificial intelligence. So even they must get the access of data which is encrypted. Okay. AI ethics norms should be provided on the website for full transparency. Okay. All your rules, whatever your transparency rules, must be available on the website. We don't collect any data as of now. Customers must have the option to opt out for AI-driven decisions, automated loan approvals, and targeted ads. Uh, you should, if you are collecting customers' data for AI-driven testing, AI-driven decision making, you should give them the choice and the option to opt in or to opt out from monitoring of their data. Okay, or training of artificial intelligence on the basis of their data. AI-powered customer support system should always provide a human alternative for complex issues. If you are, if you have provided, if you are using artificial intelligence in customer support department, then you should create some critical post or some critical parameters that even if we are using artificial intelligence, then these are the 5 cases or 10 use cases where we will have human beings interact instead of artificial intelligence, like loan applications or insurance approval, medical bill approvals, or loan approval for students. If you have these kinds of cases, you must ensure instead of artificial intelligence, human being manage all these complex issues. Business must disclose when customers are interacting with AI instead of human representative. If you interact with Amazon these days, the response is very fast, and most of the time they encourage you to have conversation via chat. Okay, it's good, it's fair, they provide you the result, but there must be an option. Would you like to interact with artificial intelligence or human? Okay, or in case you can inform that you are interacting with AI or you are interacting with human. AI driven personalization should be based on user consent, no hidden profiling. Okay, AI should not manipulate or mislead customers through deceptive marketing tactics. There are so many marketing tactics which you can have with the help of artificial intelligence, but still, in the end, it will bring bad reputation for you. It's it's possible to grow a company from rebound from the losses, bounce back from the losses, but it's really hard to revive a company after it has lost its reputation. So customer deserves to know how AI interacts with them and how their data is protected, and as a responsible company you must provide all these details to them. Next, for stakeholders and investors, ensuring ethical AI investment. Ethical AI policies must be a key part of corporate governance and ESG, environmental social governance. For stakeholders and investors, it's very essential for when stockholders or investors invest, they invest specifically for um, next 10, 20 years down the line sometime. It's short-term investment, mid-term investment, and long-term investment. Most of the time, big investors invest for 10, 20 years, for decade. Okay, in that case they must know all these details. What are your corporate governance system, what are your ESG norms? Okay, so that they can ensure their investment is safe. And if you have this corporate governance rule and ESG rule, it will bring more confidence in your business. Companies should perform regular AI audits to detect bias, privacy risks, and ethical concerns. You should regularly audit it from the investor's perspective, that your data is not biased, privacy risks of investors are secured, and if there is any ethical concern mm, at employees level or customers level, in the end it impact the return of your shareholders. So you should ensure regular AI audits. AI system should be designed to improve social responsibility and minimize harm. Because if I am investing in your company for next 20 years, mm, government policies can change in next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So my investment should be at a place where there will be less fluctuation if government policies change. Transparency reports should be shared with investors regarding AI decision-making impact. Most of the time, when I receive, the letters from, I have some investment, and when I receive the letters, specifically, it's like voting rights. Okay, you have voting rights, and you can, we are opting for independent directors. So your voting is important from this date to this date. You can do your voting rights. What about my other rights? What about your company's AI policies, your fairness? Okay, if you are using artificial intelligence, you must inform me at what scale you are using artificial intelligence. And I don't think I have received any such email as of now. Business should invest in sustainable AI that optimize energy consumption. It's very essential. Artificial intelligence is it's very tough to make it affordable. It's a very costly decision. In fact, Sam Altman once mentioned that in their premium subscription, where they charge $200 a month as a service, uh, they make loss. Imagine you are paying $200 per month, but company is still making the loss. So it's really, really necessary to make it sustainable. AI-driven automation should not solely focus on cost cutting, but also on creating new jobs opportunities. And it's possible with if we start focusing on ethical AI concerns. Companies should build AI ethics board that include external shareholders for unbiased ethical oversight. I would love to be part of any company, any board where they are discussing the ethical AI norms. I would love to be the part of that company. Okay, so let go back again. You should, you know, take a printout of note down these, or take a printout or take the screenshot of these notes, so that you can do a fair discussion with your board members, advisors, employees, seniors, juniors, or executives, that we need such and such norms for our company. And it will be really essential for you. It will help you a lot. So after discussing the FAIR guidelines, 21 guidelines, let's talk about the future of ethical AI. Um, According to different sources, 80% of businesses will have AI ethics policies by 2030, but Rethink AI recommends you should have it by 2027. Okay, you still have 2 years to create your norms and then implement accordingly. I still recommend it by 2027. Another recommendation, if you are joining from Western countries, specific primarily United States of America, Canada, Mexico, then you should follow CCP. You can have the reference of CCPA guidelines. If you are joining from European countries, please follow GDPR guidelines. And if you are joining from Asian countries, India or other part, then you should take the reference from these principles, that how you can ensure ethical AI practices. Everyone is running to implement artificial intelligence, but when you implement artificial intelligence, ethical AI should be the part of it. So what next for AI ethics? AI regulation will become globalized and standardized. AI decision making explainability tools will be mandatory. Okay, in couple of years you will see these guidelines mandatory. AI will be held accountable for environmental and social impact. These rules will be mandatory in a couple of years, but I will ensure that even before these rules become mandatory, I will have your proper structure and system at the right place with the help of Rethink AI. So what are personalization strategies? Companies should communicate how AI is trained and used. Okay, if you are using tool from different companies, you should ensure user control and consent. Give user more control over how AI interact with their data. Companies should collaborate with AI ethics board and regulators. If by now, if you don't have a board, okay, you are an MNC or you operate in multiple countries and you have a big user database, customer database, that I ensure you, I ask you to ensure that you have your own board to make ethical AI decisions. Rethink AI special strategies for ethical AI. AI governance frameworks helping businesses set up ethics policies. Okay, AI tools to automatically detect and correct bias. Ensure AI applications minimize energy consumptions. What three things Rethink AI recommend? AI governance framework, bias detection solutions, sustainable AI development. Okay, final thoughts for businesses and individuals. Ensure ethical AI is shared responsibility between business, regulators, and users. Business must commit to responsible AI policies. Developers should ensure fairness, security, and privacy. Individuals should demand ethical AI practices from companies. Okay, the future of AI depends on the ethical decisions we make today. So, so far we have discussed our top 21 guidelines. Would you like to add anything else? Okay, or would you like to have a fair discussion on these guideline lines? Then you can share with me in the comment section. I would love to read your comment. Thank you for joining, subscribing to Rethink AI, and this your support is encouraged me to come up with more ideas for you for your businesses. And I hope these guidelines will help you to make your company's reputation secure. If there is anything you can share with me, thanks to our partner Vista Libreta, and see you soon. Till then, take care and ensure ethical AI.